All right, folks. We are here for game 2. Here's the first pitch. This is a fastball up for ball 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Carlsbad Cavegirl softball field. Going to start this thing off. Centennial took game 1. This is game 2 here, starting at right around 6:45. Start time was scheduled for 6:30. First game was a bit longer than expected, I think, but good game nonetheless. It's a 1-1 count here. Here comes the pitch. This one. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 2. All right, folks, if you're just joining us, we appreciate you for tuning in and supporting the Cavegirls. They did lose game 1 against a tough Centennial team who came out firing away. They started out slow, but finished off hot, scored 9 runs in the last 4 innings. So here comes the windup and the pitch here, a 2-2 count. This is going to be a light grounder over to second base. She's going to have to hustle and turn this one to throw it to first base, but not in time. That's going to get past the first baseman, but it will be a base hit, infield hit there for number 6, Jade Morelos. So now up to bat for Centennial is Valentina Sanchez. Looks like the Centennial Hawks going to stick with around the same lineup as they did in game 1. Seemed to work out for them just fine. This pitch thrown in the zone. The attempted bunt is fouled away for strike 1. All right, so here comes pitch number 2. This one's a bunt. This one gets down the the third baseline and just gets the out over at first base. A bang play there, but a good play by number 17, Emery Bland, who's on the mound for the Cavegirls in game 2. So that's a 1-3 out number 1. So here's a fastball for strike 1. Bland coming in here aggressive in the pitcher's circle. Throwing strikes. At the plate for the Hawks is Lopez. This one, another pitch in the zone for strike 2, 0-2 count. This is Jada Lopez at the plate for the Hawks. Here's a pitch. This is a fastball outside, swung on and missed, and Bland looks really good here to start. This is a strike 3 swinging for out number 2. So there's a runner at second base. Morelos had advanced in that last at bat and puts the runner in scoring position. Here comes the pitch. This one, fastball down for strike 1. So Addie Mocha at the plate. She had a good first game. Here comes the pitch. This one hit hard in the left field. This one is going to get down, just hits off the edge of the glove there in left field, and it's going to be down for I don't know if they'll put that in as a double or if they'll put that in as an error. I think she left her feet. They might call that a hit. We'll see what they put up on the scoreboard here officially, but regardless, she reaches base safely over at second base. Fastball inside for ball 1. Now up to bat is number 3, Madison Sanchez. So Sanchez facing off against Bland. Here's a fastball. This one is grounded over to shortstop, and Katrina Ortega bobbles it. So it's going to be an E6 here. She'll reach base. So now runners at first and third with 2 outs. So nothing you can do there if you are Emery Bland. She did a really good job of getting a ground ball. Just didn't work out. Here comes the pitch. This one a fastball. Bland has some good velocity. Looks good on the mound. This one outside for ball 1. So Kayana Garcia at the plate for Centennial. Here comes the pitch. This one hit a line drive over to center field. It's caught by Cook for out number 3. So Cave Girls able to get him out of that one unscathed. So good start there for Emery Bland. She's done well. We're going to be right back, folks. Stick around. All right, folks. So did not get a chance to grab the lineup, so we will get that as it comes. But actually, let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, guys, so here we are. Bottom of the first inning, Cave Girls looking to make some noise here. Kendra Ortega to lead things off. So she went from the 9-hole to the 1 to the leadoff batter. Here comes a pitch. This one, first pitch aggressive, fouling off the first pitch. But she had herself a good game in game 1. Matter of fact, she went 2 for 3. Couple base hits there in the first game. So they're going to put her at leadoff here. Hard hit ball, line drive between third and short. It's going to be a base hit for Kendra Ortega. And here comes the cool part. Her sister now up to bat. So in game 1, they were the battery here for the Cave Girls. Now they are the 1 and 2 hole batters for the Cave Girls. So the leadoff and the 2-hole batter here, and a nice start for the Cave Girls with a single from Ortega. That's her 3rd hit of the day. Here's Katrina Ortega. So first pitch is in for a strike. Second pitch fouled down the line for strike 2. So on deck is Amaris Martinez. Here comes a pitch to Katrina, and that's going to be another base hit. That one gets down the line. Good, solid line drive over the third baseman's head. So back-to-back base hits to start off this game. Cave Girls woke the bats up there in between games for sure. Here's Amaris Martinez. Daisha Nieto on deck is a cleanup. And Martinez trying to put a bunt down there. And she misses it there, so it's going to be an 0-1 count. Martinez here has an opportunity for an RBI. Here's a nice bunt down the third baseline. She's going to be out, but Nice sack bunt there. Move the runners over.
Puts them in second and third.
So that's going to be
For your right fielder, number 10.
a great opportunity for the Cave Girls now with just one out. Runners at second and third. So Anya Retner now at the plate. First pitch ball. No, I'm sorry. Daisha Nieto at the plate. She has some pop for sure. Runners at second and third. A nice line drive to the outfield would be helpful here. Here's a pitch. It's the top of the zone there for strike one. A 1-1 count, one out. So the Cave Girls have 2 hits. Here comes the pitch from Lopez, and this one is outside for ball 2. Runners at second and third, one out. Here in the bottom of the first inning.
You got it.
So Nieto fouled that one back. She's going to do everything she can here to get a run in at home plate, but watches this one go by. It's going to be ball 3. So full count here. Good eye there for Nieto. She digs in. The wind up, the pitch. This one hit to the right side over to second base. That's going to get a run in, though. So an out there. But she does get an RBI. So it's going to tie things up 1-1 here. Centennial was able to score in the first inning. I guess I had missed that. But here's Retner. Grounds this one out to shortstop, and that's going to be out number 3 on one pitch. But the Cave Girls able to plate a run here in the first inning. Thanks to the Ortega sisters, they put a couple runners on, and then Martinez able to move the runners over. And Nieto gets in the RBI. So 1-1 at the end of one complete frame. We'll be right back. Oh. All right, let me take a quick break. All right, guys. Bland started off this game pretty solid. They did miss that first run coming in for Centennial somehow. But it is 1-1 in the top of the second inning. Now up to bat for Centennial. Brooke Milam. I'm sorry. Brooke Milam. Now up to bat, first pitch, a strike. Here comes the second pitch. This one, a fastball outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Fastball right over the plate for strike 2. And this is actually the sister of Monster Milam from LSU out of Centennial as well. So athleticism in the family there. Fastball high out of the zone for ball 2. 2-2 count here. Nobody out, nobody on as she leads this inning off. Here comes pitch from Bland. Fastball low. This one grounded over to second base. Fielded, tossed over to first for out number 1. Good play there for the Cave Girls as
Brings up the catcher, number 18, Aubrey Duncan.
gives the Cave Girls their first out of the inning, and a nice clean fielded ball over at second base. Here comes a pitch. This one, a ball outside. So Adeline Smith made the play over at second base for the Cave Girls. Here comes a pitch. This one, a fastball high. Ball 2. 2-0 count. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Fastball, top of the zone for strike 1. 2-1 count. Checks for her signs. Here's the pitch. This one, similar location, not just a bit outside, and that's going to be ball 3. So a 3-1 count, 1 out. 1-1 ball game here. In the top of the second inning, batter is Aubrey Duncan. The wind up, the pitch. This one popped into shallow left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and it's actually going to be a double here as it was spinning. As it hit the ground, it kind of turned away from the left fielder unexpectedly, and that makes it a double there for Aubrey Duncan. So now up to bat for the Hawks, Katie Howard. The wind up, the pitch. This one a fastball inside, ball 1. Howard went 0 for 2 with 2 walks in game 1. Looking to try and collect her first hit here. Here's a fastball high and outside for ball 2.
Gotta make it work.
1-1 ball game here at the Cave Girls softball field. Here's a fastball. Ooh, up and in for strike 1. Howard did not believe that was going to be a strike. She stepped out of the box. 2-1 count. The windup and the pitch. Fastball right over the plate for strike 2. So Bland working her way back in this count. 2-2 count. 1 out. Beautiful day here. Sun's going down. Lights are on. The windup in the pitch from Bland. A fastball low and inside for ball 3. So it's going to be a full count now. The windup, here it is. Big pitch, and it is low but fouled away by Howard. So with 1 out and a runner in scoring position over at second base, Howard looking to try to move the runner. She's going deep in this count here. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Wind up and the pitch. Fastball over the plate. This one's popped into right field. Not as much sun to interfere here. She catches this one, turns to throw, but no attempt at third base there for
Number 6, Jade Morales.
Aubrey Duncan. So second out there. Pop fly caught in right field. Now up to bat, top of the lineup, Jade Morelos. This one, a fastball, catches the zone for strike one. Morelos listed as a sophomore, so some pretty young stars here in this game. Here's a line drive over the head of the third baseman here. She's going to get over to second base, so a nice single there, and she takes second base on the throw. So it's going to be runners at second and third. Duncan held up at third base, probably a pretty good idea there. Here's a fastball high up in the zone, fouled back for strike one. So Valentina Sanchez here at the plate here. Had herself a solid game in game one. She went 2 for 3. No, I'm sorry, 2 for 4 with a walk. Fastball catches a plate for strike two. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Big pitch here against Valentina Sanchez for Emery Bland. Fastball. This one's grounded over to second base. Fielded cleanly and tossed over to first base for out number 3. So good action over there for Addie. I believe it's Addie Smith. It is. So she has done well over at second base defensively. She'll be up to bat here second in the inning after Emery Bland when we get back. Stick around.
Little thing about Jack and Diane, 2 American kids growing up in the heartland.
All right, guys. Well, it's a nice night here in Carlsbad. Great place to be here at the ball field. Cave Girls looking to try and take the lead here. It's 1-1. Held Centennial scoreless in the second inning, but Centennial, that was the first scoreless frame, I believe, for Centennial since the third inning of the last game. They scored in the fourth inning, fifth inning, sixth inning, and the seventh inning in the first game. And then, of course, in the first inning, they scored as well. They scored 3, 4, 1, and 1, and then, of course, 1. Cave Girls hopefully starting a nice trend there with a scoreless frame. Now up to bat, Emery Bland. Emery Bland went 1 for 2 in the game, in the first game. She was pinch hit for in her third at bat. So had a double in game 1 in her first at bat. So she'd like to double down on that. Here comes the pitch. This one, pop fly into shallow right field. It's going to be caught.
Nice grab and right. Drive number 1.
A diving play there. It's going to be out number 1.
Brings up second baseman, number 5, Addie Smith.
So now up to bat. Number 5, Addie Smith. Or the Cave Girls. She's made some really good plays over at second base. The windup and the pitch. This one, a fastball high inside for ball 1. The windup and the pitch. This one hit hard down the line, but it's going foul. In this 1-1 ball game. No breeze factor here, no wind factor here. Just a nice, calm, still night. Good temperatures listed at 87 degrees on my phone. And there's a fastball. Fooled her for strike 2. She swung half-heartedly there. I think she wanted to try that again. So she will get another chance here. As it is a 1-2 count with one out. Lopez delivers the pitch high out of the zone. So a 2-2 count here in Carlsbad. The Cavegirls taking on the reigning champs, the Centennial Hawks. Both teams with the Wishbone C as their logo. Here's a ground ball over to third base. It is dropped for an error. Good things happen when you put it in play.
Brings up your third baseman, number 6, Michaela Chester.
So E5 is going to put a runner on first base. Now up to the plate, the lone senior on the squad, Michaela Chester. Number 6. First pitch fouled off to her own dugout here. So a runner at first base, that's Addie Smith. Kayla Chester at the plate. Allie Madrid on deck. Hard hit ball in the air. This is going pretty deep. It's going to send the left fielder back, but she catches it around the warning track.
Wow,
and Addie Smith tags up to get.
Brings up your left fielder, number 9, Allie Madrid.
She's able to get an extra base on that one, or at least advance. So Addie Smith now over at second base. First pitch strike to Allie Madrid. Madrid has been a key factor for the Cavegirls for a few years now. She is a junior. I believe she had quite a bit of playing time as a freshman, of course, as a sophomore. So a fairly seasoned team here with the Cavegirls. They are young, but they have lots of experience at the varsity level. Comes the pitch to Madrid. This one's hit hard into right field. Could it go? It does not, but it gets past the right fielder for a double. She's going to dig in for a triple. Can she get there? And she's out. Tagged right before she got to third base, but not before a run comes in. So the Cavegirls score right there. So just got beat by the throw. Good play there for Centennial, but Cavegirls able to plate a run and take the lead there. This is the first time they've had the lead since I believe the 4th inning of the first game. So that will go down in the scorebook as a double, but she was gunned down on her way to third base. 2-1, the Cavegirls lead. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're entering the top of the 3rd inning. Cavegirls lead. Centennial always kind of, at least from the first game, it feels like if they have a down inning, it's almost a ticking time bomb. You just have to be careful the way that you pitch to them. But Bland has been pitching well here to start things off. So if she can keep that going, she might be in good hands. All right. Warm-ups finishing up here as they get ready to dig in. This is Jada Lopez for the Centennial Hawks. She was a starting pitcher in game 1. She's the starting pitcher here in game 2 as well. Wind up, first pitch, fastball for a strike. Good pitch there for Bland and really attacking early, getting ahead in counts. Name of the game here for Bland, and she's done well so far. Here it comes. This one, fastball inside, fouled down the third baseline. Cavemen over at the Corral as well playing in their second game of the night. This to me is one of the best sports types of weekends. You get March Madness. You also get softball. You got baseball. Baseball had a tournament, so they actually play tomorrow as well, I believe at 12:30. And here's a fastball high and away for ball 1. 1-2 count here. But there's just sports going on all over the place, and you can kind of pick one or two. You can go to one event and watch the other ones on your phone. So here's the pitch. Grounded over to third base, fielded and tossed over to first for out number 1, Michaela Chester.
Brings up center fielder number 1, Addie.
Fields it and gets the out. Addie Mocha up to the plate.
One down, ladies.
She had a solid game in game 1 at the plate. She was the batter that was called out for interference at the plate. First pitch is a strike right over the plate for strike 1. She also got a hit in the first inning as well. Mocha fouls it off. It's strike 2. 0-2 count. One out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch. This one, a hard line drive to right field. It's caught. So good first step there for the right fielder for the Cave Girls. When she made that play, that's Dacia Nieto out there. Her first step was in the right direction and able to make a play. One 0 count. First pitch high out of the zone. 2 outs. Fastball grounded right back up the middle. Emery fields it and throws it over to first. Gets the job done. Great inning for Emery Bland. One, 2, 3 inning. We'll be right back. All right, so Bland looks good on the mound, or I'm sorry, in the pitcher's circle. She's done well as we approach nighttime here in Carlsbad. The lights shining bright here. Video board out in center field looks good. Decent amount of fans showed up today, and in this solid matchup, Centennial, we knew was going to come out here and be a good team. They did win the state championship last year. They've kind of been in the mix for the better part of the last, 5 years. So here's, again, in the pitcher circle for Centennial is number 2, Jada Lopez. So she is their ace. They rely on her for the big games. I'd imagine they do not come into this game thinking, let's take it easy here against Carlsbad. Always a solid contender here in Eddy County as well. Kendra Ortega to lead things off. She's the leadoff batter for the Cave Girls. She's going to lead it off here in the third as well. This pitch is fouled off of her foot for strike 1. Oh, 1 count. First pitch or second pitch is high for ball 1. So 1-1 count. Katrina Ortega on deck. Fastball. Low, skips off the turf. So a 2-1 hitters count here for Ortega. Here comes the pitch. This one hit hard, but foul down the third base line. If she wanted that pitch, she definitely got it. Just pulled it foul. 2-2 count. Cave Girls lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the third inning with no outs. Change up, fools her. And that is one tough pitch to deal with, especially after pulling the last fastball. She was way ahead of the changeup there. Good pitch there from Lopez. Katrina up at the plate. Nice swing, fouled straight back. So 2-1 count. Amaris Martinez on deck. Katrina had a single in the first inning. She's 1 for 1. Here's a hard hit ball down the third baseline again. 0-2 count. I just saw some fireworks. I didn't know that was popping off already. 0-2 count, 1 out, nobody on. Katrina Ortega at the plate. Cavegirls lead 2-1. Change up. Comes off of her leg for a ball. Comes off the pitcher's leg, I'm sorry. And skips off the turf for ball 1. 1-2 count. Pitch. Fastball outside for ball 2. So Cavegirls rocking their black uniforms with the blue pinstripes, blue numbers, letters, and white accents. Centennial with red uniforms, black pinstripes. Here comes a pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 3. Looking. So back-to-back Ks for Lopez. And Ortega goes down looking. So Amaris Martinez 1 for 1 so far in the game. She waits for Lopez to get her signs. Digs in. Here comes a pitch. First pitch, good swing. Swung over the pitch though. 0-1 count. All right, 0-1 count. Here comes a pitch. This one fastball high. 1-1 count. So with 2 outs, Cavegirls looking for a 2-out rally. Get something started here. Here's a foul ball into the parking lot. That might be the first one we've seen go back out that way to the parking lot over the visiting team's dugout. But in game 1, we saw that happen about probably 12 times. This pitch, another changeup and another swing and a miss. That is a tough pitch to hit, especially if you're timed up with her fastball. It is night and day from the velo her fastball brings. So 3 straight Ks, 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So let's head on into the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Back at it here. Top of the 4th inning. First pitch is low. Ball 1. Up to bat for Centennial is number 4, Kayana Garcia. She's 0 for 1 so far. It was the third out of the inning in the first inning. Here comes the pitch from Bland. This one skips off the turf. It's going to make it a 2-1 count. One of my favorite things when I'm out driving at night for any reason to see softball or baseball lights on at night. It just makes you feel like, you know, there's some good activity, some positivity going on in sports, and it's always nice to see that. So tonight is no exception. Baseball field lights are on, Cave Girl lights are on. I'm sure the complex lights are on as well. It's a 2-2 count. Emery Bland try and make things difficult for Centennial. They're going to foul this one off. So Guyana Garcia is going to keep that 2-2 count. So Bland going to throw the sixth pitch of this at bat. This pitch is down. Going to make it full. 3-2 count. 2-1 ball game. The Cave Girls have the lead. This is a pitch. This one a fastball high and outside for ball 4. So Garcia is going to reach base with the first walk of the game allowed by Bland. So Brooke Milam now at the plate. She's going to bunt this one straight back to Bland, and she's going to turn and throw it over to first base for out number 1.
Brings up catcher number 18, Aubrey Duncan.
So that will advance the runner. Guyana Garcia now over at second base. Aubrey Duncan now at the plate. She's had a solid start, a double to start off this game for her. She's 1 for 1. First pitch is high for ball 1. All right, here comes the pitch. This one, fastball low. Ooh, catches the plate for strike 1, so a 1-1 count. All right, so this one a ball outside. 2-1 count, 1 out, runner at second base. This one a fastball. Catches the outside corner for strike 2, 2-2 count. So Bland getting her signs now. 2-1 count. The pitch. This one, a good pitch. Put it in the other batter's box. Try and get, try and encourage the swing and miss, but does push this one to a full count. Big pitch here for the Cave Girls. Fielded at shortstop, thrown over to first base. Good play there by Ortega. But the throwback from first to third is short hopped and dropped by Chester. So it is going to be a run in on a throwing error from the Cave Girls. So Garcia comes in to score. So what was going to be a nice, easy out number 2 with a runner at third ended up being an out number 2 with a run scored for Centennial. Katie Howard now at the plate. She's 0 for 1 to start. This one, fastball out of the zone.
Hey, let's go. We need strikes. Let's throw it.
Here comes the pitch from Bland. This one, fastball, high and inside for ball 3. 3-0 count.
Hey, bring that down a little.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball over the plate. 3-1 count.
Let's go.
2 outs.
Make them earn it.
Howard Checking back to see where the catcher set up. Fastball hit hard, line drive, caught at second base for number 3, guys. We're going to be back here in just a moment, so stick around.
Up first for your Cavegirls, right fielder number 10, Deja Nieto.
And first pitch, strike.
So we're back. First pitch strike here. No, I'm sorry. First pitch ball here. Here comes the pitch. This one low, out of the zone for ball 2. So a 2-0 count.
What's going on, Trey? This is Mikey Mike. Thought I'd say hi.
Thanks for stopping by.
You're stopping by. See what's happening here at this Cave Girl game.
All right, so here comes the pitch. 2-0 count. Here's a pop fly into foul territory. It is going to get out of reach here and out of play. So Deja Nieto here at the plate. She is 0 for 1 at the moment, but solid start in the last game. The solo home run in the first inning was a solid boost. But we'll see what happens here. Here's a foul ball here. It's going to make it a 2-2 count with no outs. On deck is Anya Rittner, who is 0 for 1 as well. So Cave Girls looking to get the bats hot here. They are tied up 2-2 against the reigning state champs. Here comes the pitch, a fastball high and out of the zone. Full count. Nieto looking to catch one over the plate with the barrel. She has the pop. Here comes the windup from Lopez. This one, a fastball low for ball 4. So that is the first walk allowed
First baseman number 18, Anya Rittner.
for Lopez. Puts a runner on first base. Anya Rittner at the plate now. Rittner went 1 for 3 in game 1. Looking to get her first hit of this game as well. She squared up to bunt, pulled back on a high fastball. So Ruben had asked me, what is the goal when you see somebody square around to bunt if you're the pitcher? Here's a ball 2. And my answer to that was always just try and throw something that they can bunt. They're going to give you that out. You're going to, go and take it. Obviously, they've got a game plan. They want to advance the runner, but I mean, yeah, sure. In a perfect world, you want that pop fly and be able to make a play and nobody advances, but better than that, you definitely just want at least, or not better than that, but you at least want the out. The worst thing that a pitcher can do is try and be too fine when you see a bunt squared around. And if that's the case, you can end up getting into some, a deeper count and end up walking a batter and they win. They get a win-win situation out of it. So a 2-0 count here. Rittner fouls one straight back and out of play. 2-1 count. Bland on deck. Try and help her own case out here. She's done well in the circle. The windup from Lopez, the pitch, high. 3-1 count. Cavegirls trying to look to put Lopez in a tough spot. Retner steps into the box. The windup, the pitch, this one, fastball over the plate for strike 2. So Lopez looking to fight back in this count. No outs, runner at first base. Cavegirls all tied up here. 2-2 with the Centennial Hawks. The windup. Fastball out of the zone. Second walk in a row. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Bland at the plate. Bland in game 1 had a double. She went 1 for 2 with a double. And Centennial going to go to the bullpen here. Going over to number 3, Madison Sanchez. So Madison Sanchez getting the green light here. The Centennial Hawks relying on their freshman arms here. Sanchez listed as a freshman. Lopez was also listed as a freshman. So they've got some young talent. Matter of fact, these two teams are very similar to each other because Centennial has what's listed on here as, 3 seniors on their team. Cavegirls only 1 senior. So an interesting dynamic here using the young talent, and Cavegirls have done a great job of making sure to get, or at least the coaching staff has done a great job of making sure their players get experience at a young age when they show some promise and obviously varsity talent. They get in there and they get experience. Boost the program all throughout. Here comes the first pitch to Bland. She squares up to bunt, but misses.
Emery Bland at the bat.
So pretty solid situation for the Cavegirls. They'd like to see at least a run come in with no outs, runners on first and second, but the next pitch, Bland squares around for the bunt, and she pulls back on the high ball. Runners at first and second. Bland trying to do some damage. Hawks getting their signs. The windup, the pitch. This one bunted and fouled away. 1-2 count. So far, Sanchez trying to really attack here. And, of course, Sanchez has been in this game, in both games. She's a starter. Played shortstop. Fastball high and outside for ball 2. 2-2 count here. 2-2 ball game, 2-2 count. No outs. Big pitch. This one high and outside again. Works the count full. Bland with a solid at bat. She digs into the box. It's not the same kind of digging in with turf as it is with dirt, but here's a swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 1.
Your second baseman, number 5, Addie Smith.
That was a big swing there, Trey. Where is Ruben, by the way?
He had to go. He had to step away for game 2, unfortunately.
Understood.
Addie Smith in the game now. First pitch ball up out of the zone. Smith looking to advance the runners here. Maybe a base hit. The windup, the pitch. This one, hard line drive. It's going to be caught up the middle and thrown over to first base for out number 3. So a good double play there for Centennial. And that is not what you want to see if you are the Cave Girls there with a solid threatening situation against Centennial, but it just all kind of works out there for the Hawks. It is still going to remain a tie ball game, 2-2, heading on into the top of the 5th inning. We'll be right back.
We sold any? Yeah, most of them. Dang.
All right, so we're back at it here. Top of the 5th inning. Cave Girls trying to hold off the Centennial Hawks, looking for the split. Hawks want the sweep. Here comes a pitch. This one, fastball down for ball 1. They're going to start this inning off with the top of the lineup, Jade Morelos. So Bland, fastball over the plate. Good pitch. 1-1 count. So a lot of solid talent on both sides of the ball here in tonight's matchup. Here's a pop fly over to Chester. This one caught.
Number 1.
Michaela Chester makes the play on it. An easy out, number 1.
Brings up first baseman number
That's a nice
14,
pop fly over to third.
Sanchez.
Number 14, Valentina Sanchez now up at the plate. The powder pink bat, and now so many different colors in the bats in today's game. This one a little more subtle, so cool. 0-1 count here with the first pitch fastball. Another fastball. This one's hit on a line over to over to left field for a base hit. So that's going to be a single there for Valentina Sanchez and a base runner for the Hawks. Number 2, Jada Lopez now up at the plate. 0 for 2 so far. But here's another base hit on just one pitch here. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back base hits for the Hawks in similar areas as well. So runners at first and second. Addie Mocha now, the center fielder for the Hawks. Mocha is a senior who is going to be playing college softball at Northern Colorado. Spoke to her father between games. That's the plan here. So she had a good game in game 1. So far, she's had a good game in game 2. A double and a line out. So no wonder batting cleanup here. Second pitch a little bit under the zone there. 2-0 count. Or I'm sorry, 1-1 count. Yikes, I missed that one. So 1-1 count. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Mocha. The pitch. This one. Fastball high. Might have been an off-speed pitch. High. Fouled straight back. Makes it a 1-2 count. So Bland has done a good job of filling up the zone, and that's really all you can ask for if you're Coach Santo. I mean, you really just want to see your pitcher out there giving your team a chance. She's done that tonight against a really tough Centennial team. Here comes the pitch. Fastball hit straight back. Bland comes off of Bland's leg, and she stays in front of it, but all batters end up safe, or all runners end up safe, and right there, I think you have to, and that's an infield single. The tough ball to field right there did come back come back hot. We've seen a few comebackers here. That's the danger in this game. But here comes the pitch. Bland is doing just fine. Didn't even really demand a wellness check on that one at all. So she's just back at it. First pitch strike. Sega checking the runner back at third. 0-1 count, 1 out. Bases loaded. This one, ooh, foul ball. Just kind of came off the knob of the bat. I'm sorry, it might have came off the cap of the bat and rolled into fair territory. But I believe it might have came off of the foot of the batter. So 0-2 count, 1 out. Bases loaded. Bland, fastball high, no good. She's going to challenge this hitter here. Big at bat for both teams. Bland gets set. The windup, the pitch. This one up and in, fouled at the Cave Girls dugout. 1-2 count. So the 1-2 count, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Fastball just off the plate. Good idea for Bland. You want to put it close and make it a difficult pitch to hit, and she did just that. So Madison Sanchez at the plate for Centennial. Here's the pitch. This one, high fly ball into left field. This should be caught, but it is high. It's caught. She's going to throw this one in, and no runners advance.
Wow.
So good play there for out number 2. I mean, just one of those ones you camp under, but you got some time to think about it. And right here, it's going to stay bases loaded. Guyana Garcia now at the plate, 0 for 1 at the moment with a walk. Bland gets her signs that she likes. Here's the pitch. This one, fastball outside, ball 1. So beautiful night here. Cave Girl Field, I noticed they are not charging people anymore. It's late in the game. If you want to come get some free softball, come on by. Here's a soft liner over to shortstop. Katrina Ortega gets up there and makes the play. So out number 3. And the Cave Girls going to try and tack on some runs and see if they can take the lead back right here. We'll be right back here, folks, in just a moment. All right, guys. So thank you for checking in on video stream. We have all but sold almost all the hats we talked about earlier. We have a few that are still here, but they are either reserved or maybe there's a couple more left. I'll have to do some inventory checks here in just a bit, but we appreciate you guys for showing that support for Caveman Athletics. So beautiful day here again. And of course, as we smell all the smells and the good, cooking that they're doing, they're grilling out, smells great. And as time goes on at the pro level, they just continue to put out the wackiest foods at the concession stand. I saw multiple different styles of milkshakes and foot-long or 2 foot-long hot dogs and things like that. I saw a hot dog that was wrapped in donuts. And so, just at this point, nothing's off limits. Here comes the first pitch. This one right over the plate for strike 1. 0-1 count here to Michaela Chester, who leads things off for the Cave Girls. Michaela Chester 0 for 1 so far. This next pitch is swing and a miss for strike 2. And Chester will be expected to play college ball next year, from my understanding. This one a changeup, and on 3 straight pitches, strikeout for out number 1. Good pitching here for Centennial's Madison Sanchez,
Ali Madrid.
who had started her pitching campaign here last inning, at least in this series. First pitch, and it is popped up over to first base, and it is caught.
Wow, the first strike.
A little bit of misread it a little bit, and still was able to recover and make that play. So
Kendra Ortega.
keeping the pitch count low here. Not that that's super important in softball, but still getting the job done quickly. Here's a first pitch, inside fastball for ball one. 1-0 count.
Come on, Kendra, let's go.
Kendra Ortega 1 for 2 in this game. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs. This one, good swing on the pitch, but fouled straight back.
Come on, Kendra.
So, again, Ortega had herself a really good game 1. She brought that momentum into game 2 with a leadoff single. She's got a 2-strike approach with the choked up bat, but she hits this one right back to the pitcher. It's fielded and thrown over to first base for out number 3. So after 5 complete, still a tie ball game, 2-2. We'll be right back. Okay, so after today's ball game, there is still more action to catch. Tomorrow, the Cavemen play at 12:30, and I need to confirm that, but I believe that is the time they'll be playing tomorrow. And I'll check on that bracket here. The thing about the bracket here for the Caveman Classic tournament is that it does not have an elimination to it. So you come into this, it's all based off of pool play. So depending on your record, you either could win or, go from there. But yes, they do play tomorrow, scheduled for 12:30 against Mayfield. Today they had Cathedral at 3 o'clock and then Rose of Sharon at 5:30, which is probably still going on now. It looks like the lights are still on. I'd imagine they're probably in a similar situation as we have here. So they did win in their first game of the tournament, which was at 5 p.m. yesterday against Oregon Mountain. It was Wade Cozart putting on one heck of a show. He only gave up 2 hits the entire game. A complete game shutout could be what seems to be another Caveman star player, a sophomore for the Cavemen, coming in as their ace.
Second baseman, number 8, Brooke Millen.
I think the last time we saw something similar to that was with Nolan Perry, who, of course, went on to get drafted out of high school just about, I think, 4 years ago. Comes the pitch. Pitch is high and inside for ball 1. Another player doing well at the next level, Hazen Wright, throwing heat for the New Mexico State Aggies. Here's a ground ball over to shortstop. This one's fielded and thrown over to first, and it is thrown away. So that's going to go down as a throwing error. Came up short. And that's going to put the runner over at second base, and that is tough. That was Brooke Milam who got over to second base, so she gets there on an error. Aubrey Duncan now at the plate. Here comes a pitch. This one fouled straight back for strike 1. 2-2 ball game here at 7:53 in Carlsbad, New Mexico, in the doubleheader. The windup, the pitch, fastball high and outside. 1-1 count. The windup and the pitch. This one a fastball down.
Hey, let's go.
2-1 count. Duncan trying to score the run here with no outs. Bland has a task ahead of her. Here's a ground ball over to first base, and it is through the under the glove. I'm sorry. And that's going to be a error for 2 bags.
Brings up number 10, Katie Howard.
And that one under the glove of Retner, unfortunately, but Centennial now takes the lead as Duncan takes the place of Milam over at second base. Here's a ground ball over at third base. Caught and thrown over to first for out number 1. But Duncan advances over to third, so out number 1, but Centennial in a good position to score. Here's the leadoff batter, Jade Morelos. This is her 4th at bat of the game. Fastball for strike 1. So an 0-1 count with 1 out. 3-2 ball game. Bland getting her sign. The pitch, high fastball. She had to have gone there. No, they're going to say no, she did not. Looked like she had broke the plane there from my standpoint, but the Hawks threatening to score yet again, up 3-2. Fastball high and outside, ball 2. 2-1 count. Runner at third base. All right, so here's a pitch outside for ball 3. 3-1 count, Bland. Going to try and fight back here in this count. You don't want to give up a walk here, but right there she throws it high and it's fouled back. So kind of a little slight bit of a bailout there. Morelos swung at a pitch out of the zone, and Bland will get a shot. Full count. Ortega looking at the balls here. Try and pick which one she wants to use, but Bland gets back in the circle. Full count. 1 out. Runner at third. Centennial up by 1. The pitch. High, and it is swung on and base hit in the left field. And she got that one. That was way out of the zone. She almost jumped to hit it, and it was in for a base hit. So nice RBI single there for Jade Morelos, having one heck of a game. 3 for 4 thus far. Now up to bat Valentina Sanchez, 1 for 3. First pitch, fastball right over the plate. So Centennial rarely gets out on the first pitch. It has happened, but it's not as common. Here's the pitch down and inside. 1-1 count. You got to love the sun going down later on in the night. Makes for a longer day, be able to play a little bit longer. There's a pitch outside for ball 2. 2-1 count.
Keep working. Keep working.
Here's a ground ball over to shortstop. Ortega gets to it. She stops it with her glove, but not able to field it cleanly, and it's going to be a base hit there for Sanchez. Infield single, as there was not technically an error. It was just she picked it up, so it will go down as an infield single. So now runners at first and second. It's going to be a conference in the pitcher's circle. They're going to give this one to Brooklyn Cook, the freshman. And Bland had a pretty solid game, but after 2 runs are plated here in the top of the 6th inning, they want to try something else. A hard line to look at there though in the 6th inning. So an E6, an E3, and then a ground ball to the shortstop for out number 1, then a couple of singles, but the second single was an infield single that could have been an out. So in her defense there, she had a pretty solid inning. So Brooklyn Cook now gonna throw for the Cave Girls. A freshman here stepping into the circle. And I think they're waiting to get her face mask because you have to wear a face mask in high school to pitch here in softball. So they do bring that in. Bland will remain in the game. She was a key part of the first game. She batted 8th in the lineup with a double. Let's see, Bland in this game so far 0 for 2, but looking for a chance to do some damage. Actually, Bland's going to go over to third base. She's going to move Michaela Chester somewhere. Didn't see where Chester went. Center field. Oh, she's going to take center field for Cook. Thank you. All right, so here's Cook. This one, first pitch, swung on and hit deep, but way fouling out of play. So Jada Lopez has had herself a really good day pitching. And right here, she's 1 for 3. She's really had herself a pretty solid game all around. She went 3 for 4 in game 1. So Lopez putting herself together a pretty good argument for player of the series here if she can get another hit. I think that'd solidify her. But here's Brooklyn Cook, the freshman in. It's a 1-1 count. Cook getting the sign. She wants to change the pitch here. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one, a fastball is lined into left center field. That is a hard hit ball. It's going all the way to the wall. This is going to score 2. And this ball is going to get to the backstop, and another runner is going to advance. So the runners at first and second come all the way around to score. And Lopez ends up with 3 bases. So a solid double and an extra bag off the high throw. So one out. Addie Mocha at the plate. Mocha has had herself a day as well. At the plate, she could be another nominee for best player of the day for Centennial. She went 2 for 4 in game 1, and she's 2 for 3 in game 2. And Cook throws this one away. Wild pitch allows for the 5th run of the inning to come in for Centennial. So it is 7-2. First part of this inning, coming into this inning, it was 2-2. So Addie Mocha, one of the more dangerous hitters here in tonight's matchup, comes to the plate, and she hits this one foul with a lot of zip on it. Not a big wind factor here tonight. Really no wind factor at all. No breeze, nothing. So if something gets in the air, it is a true indication of how hard the ball was hit. Here's a foul ball. Line drive down the third base line for a foul ball. So one of the more exciting things to watch, of course, right now, March Madness, but one of the best things to watch in sports, in my opinion, is the Women's College World Series. It is one of the more exciting tournaments that you can watch, fast-paced, electric. Last year we saw Texas Tech versus Texas in the championship. And there's a ball right there. So 2-2 count here, one out. Cook, fastball, this one. No, not going to catch the zone, so it's going to bring it to a full count. But in the championship of the Women's College World Series, there was a player that I think her parents are from Carlsbad playing for Texas Longhorns. She ended up winning. Here's a hard hit line drive in a right center field. This is going to be 2 bases at least, and Mocha going to hold up at second base. So a double, and Mocha gets on with a double. So Cavegirls can Centennial can threaten again, but Coach Landini is going to come out, and they're going to swap pitchers yet again. It looks like they're going to put back Katrina Ortega. Yes, that's what's going to happen here. So they're going to move things around a little bit. So we'll take a break and be right back.
Now pitching for Cavegirls, number 2, Katrina Ortega.
All right, guys. So Katrina Ortega now getting into the pitcher's circle for the Cavegirls. She's going to have to reloosen that arm to get things rocking. She did well in the first game for a while, and then Centennial really had themselves a couple of big rallies. Made it hard for the Cavegirls to come back. Now Centennial up by 5 runs with a big 5-run 6th inning. Hopefully the Cavegirls can make their way back at a comeback here. There's a fastball down for ball 1. But at this point in time, not really looking at a game recap or a series recap there on social media from us. Here's a fastball, swung on and missed. So at the plate for Centennial, Madison Sanchez, who came into this game as a relief pitcher and has done really well. At the plate, she has not had much success here today, or at least in this game. She swings over a changeup, makes it a 1-2 count. But Sanchez had herself one heck of a first game, 3 for 4. Nice changeup there for Katrina Ortega. Swinging strike 3.
Number 2.
So out number 2 here
Brings up number 4
on a strikeout on Madison Sanchez. Kayana Garcia comes up to the plate. Fastball here inside, and it's going to be a foul ball. No, that's a foul ball right there. I think that's got to be a foul ball there. It looks like that came off of her bat knob, but looks like she's going to take first base anyways. Coach Santo not going to worry about arguing it there. I think I would argue that that was a foul ball, but
Brooklyn Millen.
7-2, Centennial leads with 2 outs, runner at first and second. So that's going to go down as a hit by pitch. I think that's the first hit by pitch of the night. Fairly clean ball game on both sides in terms of, making mistakes inside. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Ortega with the pitch. Hard fastball. Good velo on that one, and it's in there for a swing and strike. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Cavegirls down by 5. Nice changeup for strike number 2. Swing and a miss. So 2-strike approach here for Milam. It's grounded back up the middle. It fielded for out number 3 by Katrina Ortega. So Milam actually got 2 at-bats in that inning. But that's going to do it for the top of the 6th inning. We're heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, folks. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, so it is 8:11 here in Carlsbad. It is 8:11 Mountain Standard Time. But some good softball here tonight for the most part. Centennial has really shown their teeth at times. The 6th inning has been one of those times. That's their highest scoring inning of the game so far, or of the day so far. They did have a 4-run inning in game 1, so this exceeds that. All right, so Katrina Ortega now digs in the batter's box. Coach Santo going to make some changes here in the lineup here late in the game. Bottom of the 6th inning. Cavegirls have a ways to go to try and fight their way back. So Centennial came out here and has shown how tough they can be. All right, so they are going to make a quick change. Madi Reyes is going to come in for Amaris Martinez here in this game, so she will be on deck here against
Number 2,
Katrina Ortega. Ortega, first pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Ortega and the Cavegirls rocking some New Balance cleats. Ruben had mentioned them. They are nice. This pitch high for ball 1. All right, so Ortega trying to get on base, trying to help her own case out here. She is a relief pitcher in today's matchup. Okay, here it comes, a 1-2 count. Changeup is low, and she swings and misses. It's going to be strike 3, but she's going to run this one out as it gets past the catcher. So you'll just take it how you get it here, and one of those odd K's in the scorebook, but runner on base. So Madi Reyes now in the game for Amaris Martinez. All right, so Mari Reyes, Daisha Nieto on deck. Here comes the windup in the pitch. Just went a fastball right over the middle of the plate for strike one. 0-1 count. The windup and the pitch. This one swung on and grounded over to third base. And get the lead out over at second base for out number one. So
Brings up number 10, Deja Nieto.
So on a fielder's choice, Mari Reyes reaches first base. Daisha Nieto now at the plate. First pitch, fastball for strike one. Seven to 2 if you're just joining us. Centennial leads. Here's a hard hit ball into center field, deep, and it is caught at the warning track.
Wow, number 2.
All right, so 7-2. Centennial leads, and that one looked like a pretty good threat there.
Number 18, Anya Rittner.
Daisha Nieto was out number 2. Now brings up Anya Rettner. She is 0 for 1 with a walk so far. Looking for her first hit of the game. This would be a solid time for the Cave Girls to try and get something going here. This pitch catches the edge of the plate for strike two. An 0-2 count. So 7-2. This pitch way high and out of the zone. But what I've come to find out is that a lot of hitters see that pitch, and as it's coming in and it comes in high, it's very easy to get, to want to swing at it. And here's nice changeup to offset the high fastball for a swing and strike three. So Centennial is not hurting in the pitching department. They have done really well, both with their ace and their relief pitcher. So that's going to do it at the end of 6 frames. We're heading on into the top of the 7th inning. Cave Girls hoping to put up a 0 so they can come into the bottom of the 7th, try and get back at it. We'll be right back. All right, so now heading on into the top of the 7th inning. Katrina Ortega back in the pitcher circle. All right, so 7-2. Centennial leads this game. And there's going to be some changes made here. So it does look like Brooklyn Cook is back out in center field. Kayla Chester over at third base.
15 will be batting for herself, taking the DP out.
Okay, so the change here for Centennial, it's going to be number 18, Aubrey Duncan, to lead off this final inning of the game. And then on deck is going to be number 15, Leah Miranda. All right, so some welcome to the jungle there. Can't go wrong at a baseball or softball game with that. Ortega with the first pitch. This one low and outside for ball one. All right, so Ortega, the windup, the pitch. This one hard hit in the center field. Can Cook get there? No, it's just out of reach. And that's going to be a stand-up double there for Aubrey Duncan. And she has done well here for the Hawks. Couple of doubles in this game. So 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Now at the plate, Leah Miranda in to bat for Katie Howard. So runner at second base, no outs. Katrina Ortega in the pitcher circle. Here's a ground ball back up to Ortega. She turns and throws it to first base for out number 1.
Out at first for out number 1.
Jade Morelos now up to bat. So the leadoff batter for Centennial now in the game, or at the plate, with 1 out. Runner at third base. Here comes the pitch. Fastball high. Ball 1. So Centennial threatening yet again with a runner at third base and 1 out. Nice change up there. Catches the corner of the plate for strike 1. So the last thing the Cave Girls want to do is allow another run here. 5 runs is tough. 6 runs is huge, feels like. Ortega low and out of the zone for ball 2. 2-1 count, 1 out. 10 hits allowed to the Centennial Hawks. Cave Girls with only 3 hits in this game, according to the scoreboard, but 6 errors is the big tough number here for the Cave Girls. Here's a fastball low and outside for ball 4.
Ball 4.
So Morelos, the leadoff batter, draws a walk. So runners at first and third.
Number 14, Valentina Sanchez.
Valentina Sanchez now up at the plate. She has 2 base hits in her last 2 at-bats, 2 for 4 in this game. Ortega puts one in the zone for strike 1. All right, Ortega with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Change up, nice, right over the plate for strike 2. Ortega with the windup. Here it is. Change up. That one low out of the zone, bounced off the turf for ball 1. 1-2 count. Valentina Sanchez at the plate. Fastball, fouled straight back. She's going to stay alive here with a 1-2 count. So Ortega toes the rubber. The Ortega sisters, solid communication back and forth. Here's the wind up, the pitch. Fastball high, swing and a strike 3 for out number 2.
Brings up number 2, Jada Lopez.
So Jada Lopez now at the plate. She's had herself a solid series. She's 2 for 4 in this game. Started the game. Allowed just 1 run, I believe. No, I'm sorry. Allowed 2 runs before being taken out. So a 1-0 count, 2 outs. Ortega with the changeup here, and it is swung on and missed. So a 1-1 count. Beautiful night here in Carlsbad. The Ortega sisters trying to get this last out here of the inning. It's fouled away. I reached out to Coach Santo for who he wanted to send for the podcast. He designated Kendra and Katrina sisters to come out. So they will be on the podcast on this upcoming week. Ortega shaking off a couple of pitch calls. Gets the one she wants. Fastball high in the zone, swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 3. So back-to-back strikeouts to get the final 2 outs of the inning, and it's going to send this game into the bottom of the 7th inning. And Centennial strands a couple of runners on base. Cave Girls have a mountain to climb. 5 runs down here in the 7th inning. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so it is a good weekend for sports. There's some March Madness going on that I would love to be watching right after this game. Probably will be if there's still any games rolling. If you're watching this now and split screening it or watching March Madness, let me know who's playing, who's winning. All right, so they're going to bring back in Serenity Medrano to come in and pinch hit here in the 7th inning for Emery Bland, followed by Addie Smith, then Michaela Chester. So for this, what's good about like the top teams in the state, you know, teams like the Cave Girls and the Hawks, is at any given point in the lineup, you really can't take a break as a pitcher. You have to be dialed in at all times, and Centennial's been pretty good about that in this game. But you hope to see Medrano come up with a big hit here. Here's a fastball, looked pretty low, but called for strike 1. So an 0-1 count here. This pitch grounded back to the first, or to the pitcher, and it is thrown over to first base for out number 1.
Number 5, Addie.
So on just a couple of pitches, Medrano is retired. Addie Smith now at the plate. Right now, Centennial in line to get the sweep here in Carlsbad. Cave Girls trying to make the improbable comeback, and a hard ground ball right back up the middle. Another pitcher, or another 1-3 out here in the 7th inning.
Michaela Chester.
From pitcher to first base, she's fielded her position well. We saw one of the best plays of the night came off of the bat of Madi Reyes earlier. A line drive, an absolute bullet back to the pitcher that was caught. Here's Michaela Chester at the plate. Here's a hard hit ball down the line, and it is just foul. And she has caught some barrel here today. Looking to try and put one of these line shots into play to keep this inning alive. The 0-1 count. Hard hit ball up the middle. She's going to get it for a single. So Chester snags her first hit of the game.
Brings up number 9, Allie Madrid.
So runner at first base, Allie Madrid at the plate. She's 1 for 2 with a double. She was going for third base and was gunned down in the 2nd inning. She hits a ground ball over to first base. It's fielded and unassisted over at first base for out number 3. So that's going to do it, folks. Cave Girls suffer 2 losses back-to-back here in the doubleheader. We appreciate you guys for listening. Have yourselves a great night and enjoy this weekend of sports. Go by the Caveman Classic tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. The Cavemen will take on Mayfield. You can come and watch that in person. Have a great night.
Hero.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.